Hey, the holiday season's in full swing, and as people are checking off their shopping wish lists, we thought it would be nice to go over a wish list for those who are in or near retirement. And we have the perfect guests to discuss that. We've got Mattson, Taylor Steward. They're part of the family at Mattson Financial Services. That firm's been helping people retire successfully right here in West Michigan for decades. You can also catch them on their popular radio show, Money Mentors. Gary, Taylor, I'm assuming you're already done with your shopping, right?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, months and months
or
and months. Or
do you wait to the last minute? Are you last minute?
More of a last minute guy myself.
Shopper.
I'm a 50-50. Get some of the stuff done, then last minute, what's the specials?
Right. Yeah, you always look for that last minute deal. Go figure that you would be looking for a last minute deal, right? So how about a retirement wish list? What does that look like? How do you put together a retirement wish list?
Yeah. Good income, lower taxes, good returns, no volatility in the markets, right? That all sounds really good,
Yes, it does.
But the reality is that's not always the case. So we like to sit down with our clients, especially in a year like 2023 and 2022. We've seen really volatile times. There's lots of economic questions, there's conflicts, across seas, a lot of uncertainty, and so we're here to make sure we can keep those emotions in check and make sure we have a successful retirement.
It is a pretty emotional time, isn't it? These lots on the news.
There's actually, there's drafted that there's 8 sensitivity points that people are looking at from an economic point of view.
Okay.
Everything from interest rates, as we talked about, the Middle East war, the government not having proper funding. I mean, you can go through this list, UAW strikes, that can go on and on. And eventually you go, well, how much can one bear? The market must go down. The market must do this. The market doesn't have to do anything. The market's going to do what it does. We can't control the market, but we can control how we react to it. And so we concentrate with our clients on it's not about what they've done well, it's what we're not doing yet, or putting things into place so we can get them the returns they're looking for. We used to really be out of the bond market, and now there's some great opportunities that we can set up and have less exposure to the market, protection if you would, and still get some very good, decent returns while we're waiting for the other assets to come back up.
Excellent.
So instead of just sitting by the sideline in cash or waiting for something to come up, let's go make money. That's what this is about. And that's what we do at Mattson Financial. It's what the client needs at that point in time. And as we say, retirement's all about one thing.
Income.
Income.
Oh,
it's always about income.
So I'm glad you said that, because I was going to ask if there could be just like one. What should be on the top of my list? You're saying income flow.
And we've had people that had great large portfolios, very low income because it wasn't invested properly. Or we have some people that are taking on way too much risk to get the income that they're getting. So it's really about balancing that with the correct assets. If all you've got is stocks and bonds, you're waiting for the next correction and they both go down, it could be disastrous. You could be giving up years of income.
And that's what we're talking about here, not so much the number. Like a lot of people entering their retirement think, okay, I want to have this much saved in my bank account by the time I retire. You're saying that number, while it may be important, isn't as important as the income that'll happen during retirement.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And another thing that we've got to factor in too is, like Gary had said and you had said as well, we might have really good income, but how much are we paying in taxes on that income? What about Medicare? What about our health insurance? So how do we save dollars in all of these other areas, have a very complete plan to be able to withstand market volatility, any tax changes, or any changes in your life altogether? So we've also got to have good flexibility in the plan, because things change.
You had to mention taxes.
Yeah. Well, if we can save a couple percent in taxes, a couple percent in better returns, maybe 1 or 2% advisor fees, that could be a 5% difference on a $500,000 portfolio. That's $25,000. That's a lot of money. And I have never had anybody tell me, oh, an extra $25,000? Nah, you keep it. Never happens.
I bet. So obviously, making this list, the things that are on this list, it all kind of starts with a list, because when it comes to your enhanced plan that you put out for folks, you kind of ask them to bring in a certain amount of things. Let's get that started. All right, so how do we start making this plan so we can have that income?
Yeah, and the best part is unlike your Christmas shopping list, it's complimentary, right?
Yeah.
So it might be the most expensive thing on the list, but it's free. So for the first 5 callers, if you're in or near retirement, you've saved $250,000, in things like your 401k, brokerage accounts, bank accounts, things like that. Right. Give our office a call. You'll sit down with one of the fiduciary advisors, and we'll check that number one thing off the holiday season list.
Love it. All right, this is a checklist that you definitely want to make sure you're, checking those boxes with this incredible offer. We got one for you. There's the number on the screen. You want to take advantage of the special offer from Mattson Financial. Again, if you are in or getting to retirement, Gary, Taylor, Laurel, the rest of the team, they all want to sit down with you personally to customize an enhanced retirement plan just for you. A comprehensive plan that includes a look at your investments, your income sources, taxes, and all the things to help get you to and through that retirement you deserve. You can reserve one of those spots right now by calling 1-800-536-8907. That's 1-800-536-8907.